Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another The Sports Scoop videos. You saw by the title today. We are talking about Myles Garrett's 5-sack game, breaking down the film. As always, I am doing this via the NFL. There is no all 22. I simply don't know how to find it. It's not on Game Pass, and only the people who've been in the league or people who have channels who have been in the league have it. So I'm not trying to find it. Let us know. As I always say, let me know if you know how to, because it makes these so much better. But some of these plays you can see all 22. And I guess this doesn't matter as much because when you're looking at a defensive end, which is the first time doing this, breaking down defensive end, you're kind of looking at the line of scrimmage, which is always shown. The only problem is if you're looking at secondary, you're looking at quarterbacks, you can't see, maybe the deep shell. But that's besides the point. What a game for Myles Garrett. Obviously, as I watch, there's a ton of games, so I got to see some of it, didn't get to see all of it. What I did last week with Zach Wilson is I obviously watch a game, but what I did is I haven't taken notes for this. I've simply have the film up and I'm going to watch it break down. It's only a minute, 39 seconds, watch the play, then break down what happened, why it was successful, why he got the sacks. I think it kind of makes it better. Some film reviews don't where I will be planning for, and then it's better, but I kind of want to test out which kind of the viewers like more. If it's like raw reaction, then it's breaking it down. Because in some ways that is better instead of kind of just reading off a script. But let's get into the film. We'll pull it up quick. But man, what a game Myles Garrett had. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than 5 sacks unless you're Chandler Jones. But let me quickly, I'm not sure if this actually makes myself aware. I'll make myself not too big. All right, so let's get into, so play number 1 here. Obviously, we know Justin Fields had 1 net yard the entire game. He, I think, threw for 66 and was sacked for 65, or it was somewhere around that, which is ridiculous. So obviously a tough day for the rookies, first day starting. You would have loved to see him come in and immediately, win against the Browns and be like, all right, he's the starting guy. Because now we know all 3 of the guys in Chicago are now in contention to start for week 4. Let's get so Myles Garrett here. I'll be highlighting him. I apologize if I forget, if I'm too hyped up to do it, but here you can tell it's Myles Garrett by that stance. We know that 2-hand stance. You see that with his 2 hands planted here. You might think it's a bit not orthodox, but I mean, he gets it to work every time. I've seen some of the highlights, so we'll see this one here. He's going to be working here, and let's watch a snap. So again, one-on-one against a tight end. I mean, do I even need to break this down? Myles Garrett, first of all, is physically one of the most gifted players in the National Football League. If you're matching him up here against second-year tight end Cole Kmet, who's significantly smaller, this guy Myles Garrett can easily beat people one-on-ones. He's going to destroy him here. I mean, this won't even be fair. He's going to come and look at that, just power. And then I'm not sure. That's weird because I didn't see him get half a sack. They may have not given that one to him. That was actually given to Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who we know how fantastic he is. But I mean, look at this. When it comes to power against power, there are very few who are going to beat Myles Garrett. Let's just watch that back again. Again, just look at that. Look at that arm extension. Unfortunately, the good thing about offensive line is they're big and they have long arms. You can see here. You can kind of see here, although he kind of beat him. But look at that. The arm extension from Myles Garrett is just, he's so powerful. He's one of the most powerful players in the NFL. Him, Aaron Donald, are just such powerful players. You see like finesse rushers like TJ Watt. If you watch, obviously powerful. He's not the most powerful guy. Like Myles Garrett's just a brute force type guy on the blind side of Justin Fields. It's kind of like they want him to lose here again, which is maybe I'll do a film on Justin Fields. I mean, it's just terrible play calling from whoever had Cole Kmet block against arguably the best defensive end in the National Football League. Again, Aaron Donald, I know, but he plays 3-4. And again, he's just going to get there. And unfortunately, Fields gets sacked. And it's Owusu-Koramoah. Again, he'll take it. But yeah, not great there from them. Definitely not great. Again, okay, so here we got the wide view here. Again, one-on-one. We'll show you what it is here. Garrett's one-on-one right here on the edge. Highlighted a little bit better there. Do that right there on the edge. Again, we'll see him obviously lining up as that right end, which is the main position. And again, which is just sucks for Justin Fields, is unfortunately, as a right-handed quarterback, you're always turning out this way and your blind side is that way. So Garrett can just come around and hit you. And if he really hits you hard, it can injure quarterbacks. We're going to see Garrett do here. Again, he's going to come inside. And he's even going to get chipped there. And that again, that's a great sack. But that was actually kind of a chippy one. Like that wasn't one where there's a ton of technique, if you will. I'm not really sure. The offensive lineman kind of just fell. Yeah, there's Jason Peters there, who I think just slipped on his ankle, and then Garrett kind of got blocked, and then he gets around. So that's not even one you can really analyze very much. Jason Peters unfortunately just fell there, which not much you can do there. I don't know if there's some, maybe it was Myles Garrett's footwork that made him kind of work out, but that was that we'll give that one to Myles Garrett. All right, here, Myles Garrett again. What do you love about Myles Garrett? He can play on the inside and on the outside. And not only that, he can play on the inside in a 4-3 as a sheer defensive tackle, because there's guys who can play on the inside in 3-4s, but it's the inside edge. So here's going to be lined up here. Again, I'm assuming if this is the play I think it is, this play is fantastic. I just saw this highlight. I'm not sure what, but this was just ridiculous here. I look at that. I mean, it's a joy to watch. You're going to see here, he's going to use his hand. I'll even show here. It's just one of the most significant moves, the jump chop, where you're going to kind of jump and chop down the offensive lineman hands. I think Aaron Donald's the one who introduced that originally, but it's just so good. He fakes. What's going to do so well is it's that kind of fake in, and then he's going to jump and chop right there and get through that gap. Again, we didn't even see the full play pan out, but just so there, chop, gets his hands through, and he just and then the motor to keep going. It's the best defensive lineman in the NFL. And I know it seems so easy, like, why would you stop the play? But it's just that motor to then get around 68 and then follow for the sack is just fantastic for Myles Garrett. Such a good play. He's so dominant. And that, I believe, is number 2. I'm not sure if they're going to give that one to Koromoa. Here, where is Garrett? I believe he's lined up on the inside again. Yep. Always can tell by, well, actually, this guy, whoever 55 is doing that stance as well. And here, I believe that's Myles Garrett. And then Clowney is also. So they're following after the pristine pass rusher, Myles Garrett. He's going to be lined up inside again here. I mean, I know that doesn't look like much. This may be the play I saw, but I saw it from the backwards angle, so facing the offensive line, like from the backside. Look at that. So what he's going to do here is it's just this jump, and he's so swift and agile for someone of his size. He just is going to fake, drop shoulder, and then go inside. It's so hard for offensive linemen of that size. You don't see agile ones. Look at this, boom, and then again, it's that cut. It's that not letting that hand get to your chest plate. It's cutting it down, not letting your hand get there, because that's all offensive linemen do. Offensive linemen with long hands, no matter how good you are, if they get their hands on the chest plate, you're not getting by them. But he does so well of chopping those hands down, even using those kind of edge rusher-ish moves. But not even that. You see him use more defensive tackle-like moves when he's playing tackle. He has such a variety of moves he can use, and then he gets through, and then again that motor sack, and he trips him up. Fantastic for Myles Garrett. That is just, and then he does a dance. He is just so good. Look at that motor, and then he just barely, maybe a little lucky on that one, barely there. Fantastic for Myles Garrett. All right, here, maybe blitzing on this one again. You guys should know. I feel like I've taught you well. Where's Myles Garrett? 2 hands down, and the white gloves. Here's gonna be going against Jason Peters, actually a pretty good offensive lineman. Obviously they traded from the Eagles here, and right here Myles Garrett. It's just, look at that speed. I mean, I want to try and pause it. Look at the snap. Who is the first? He is so quick. Look at that. Let's put a line across. There is not a single defensive lineman who has the thing there, and he just Jason Peters, and you have time, he's dropping back there, and Myles Garrett is always going to be coming in. I mean, that's just so good. Look at that speed. It's everything. You don't have to have a single pass move. You can get if you can perfectly jump there, and then he just gets right. I mean, you're not blocking that. Look at that. That may have been the last one. Again, these are only the sacks, but that's ridiculous. I just want to watch that again. I mean, look at that jump. I want to watch it from the beginning. Here, let's move up. He's off. Look at that. No, look at that. Not a single person has moved. Not even the receivers have moved. Justin Fields is still in this. Look at that. And right on the line. That just comes from continuous work. And then it's there. And then he chases down there. And look, I mean, by the time he's here, these offensive linemen have just started. That is fantastic. I want to watch that sack one more time. I mean, if you want to be a defensive lineman, follow after this. And sack. Ridiculous. So good for Myles Garrett. Man, that was just me admiring him. That wasn't even that's just it's just so good from him. Myles Garrett, we know, fantastic defensive lineman. I think he just showed it there. Again, I hope you guys do enjoy these film analysis. We'll be coming out with some more there. But again, if you want to be a defensive lineman, it's that chop move that be able to go inside, go outside. He's fantastic and will be so good for this Browns team that is now 2-1. And that's a big reason why this Browns defense is one of the best in the league right now. And players like Myles Garrett are what are going to stop a Lamar Jackson. What are going to stop a Steelers team. We're going to stop a Bengals team. And a team that'll bring you to a Super Bowl in the future. Because I think the Browns right now, Baker Mayfield can solidify himself as that franchise guy. You have the defense for it. You have the young pieces. And Myles Garrett, he was only 26. Fantastic. Already at such a young, I wouldn't say young age. 26 is you've been in the league for, I'm not sure. I think he's been in the league for 3 years, maybe 4. Obviously the prior number 1 overall pick. Fantastic. But I hope you guys enjoy that. As always, do make sure to subscribe. You guys have been blowing up our weekly predictions. If you want to check those out, I think I'll be recording another film review after this, but I generally say that and don't. So don't be surprised if I didn't. But if I do, that will either be posted. It probably won't be, but it will be posted soon. Game previews, everything like that, all NFL content. We're going to be getting out some stuff like, breaking down teams, what teams are fake, what's going up, what's wrong with the rookie quarterbacks, all stuff like that. So make sure you guys do subscribe and stay up to date with the channel. But without further ado, my name is Key McDermott, the Esports Scoop. All social medias and stuff are down below. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Without further ado, see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.